So what we're gonna start with is the hair pulled up completely the way that you want it, wherever your coach wants it, nice and tight. And you're going to make sure that you have a hair tie installed here. Do not do the bun without installing. So then once you get the hair in a nice secure ponytail, you want to at least do 2 to 3 ties around the hair with the initial ponytail. Then you can do 1 or 2 ways to get a bun. You can either twist and wrap it around like this. This is my preferred method. If you do this, you take another hair tie and you secure that, okay? Or you can braid this hair. And then wrap it around again and secure it. Depending on how loose your hair tie is, you might want to go around 3 times. I think we're gonna do 2 for now. So that is the very first part. If this is not good and secure to start with, then everything else won't matter. So, and then also ask the athlete, like, does that feel okay? Because if this is tugging already, we want to make sure that we take care of that problem right when we start, because they're going to have these hair pieces on for hours, and as the day goes by, something that's barely bothering them is going to be terrorizing them by the end of the day. So the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to take, this is like just the yarn or whatever, it comes in like the little thing like that. Sorry, it's been being used. Use an off color. Do not use a color that matches your athlete's hair, because you need to be able to see what you're cutting out. So you're just gonna take that. I have a piece that's cut good enough now. You're gonna cut a piece off. And put it through the needle.
What kind of needle?
Oh, thanks. So you're gonna use this. This is those plastic needles. These are excellent. The reason why, this doesn't hurt. I always put a knot on the end because I want this to stay nice and even. And then I'm gonna anchor on that outside hair tie. If you can't get into the inside one from the ponytail, then do that. You're gonna pull it through. I'm gonna leave some here, and I'm going to knot. This is going to be much longer, by the way, so it's okay to use more than what you think that you'll need. I'm not using that much since this is just a quick tutorial, so you get the gist of it. And I knot that at least once, a solid knot. You can do it a couple times. If you feel better, that's fine. Then I just let that hang. I take the hair piece, and it has these claws in the front and the back. You want this on the bottom. This is the drawstring portion. Harper, you're wearing Josie's today. You're gonna put this in the front first. Just install that comb. Is that okay? Always ask your athlete if it's okay.
Yours is actually better than mine, because mine's like half broken.
Oh.
So it like digs in my head.
And then you do the one in the back. You just push it in. They should be flat to the hair, like that. So it's right here, and we're going to go straight, and it's going to go a little bit under that hair tie that you have there. You're going to pull, secure. You good? And then we're going to take this little secure strap right here and push it all the way in. Then I always like to knot this a little bit. It doesn't need to be right up on there unless your little pulley thing is loose. Do you like that? I usually just do like this, wrap it around my finger, and I'll pin that. However, I was like, I don't have a pin, but I do have a pin.
I do.
I have a hair.
Oh.
I have one. You're gonna just hairpin that in place. Some people like to wrap it around it, but I don't like to do that because I feel like it lifts up this hair piece. next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna start, I always anchor on the right side and I always go the same direction every single time. It's just something that I do, but so that I know where I start and I finish every single time. So you start here and you're gonna take right where the band of the hair is. So you're looking for this, like this part of the band, this like the mesh. You're gonna take your needle, you're gonna go through the mesh and kind of get in, and you actually wanna get into some of this hair that's here, but in the back. So it's gonna go through there, and then you can see, I can see where it's coming out, and you're gonna pull it nice and tight. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. And we're gonna do that every single time all the way around. So we're gonna go here. In the front where the comb is, it gets a little bit tricky, so you might need to go on each side of the comb depending on how the comb is set in. But you're gonna do the same thing. Get in. And eat every single time. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. If it's not okay, try to loosen it up and fix it right now. Do this. Sorry, Harper.
It's okay.
So if you notice, I'm kind of angling down at an angle. I'm gonna pull that through. This is where it gets harder because that's with the thing. I always bring the needle back through this. Is that okay? Mm-hmm. Especially around the hair combs, you wanna make sure that it's okay every single time. So we would basically do this. I try to have at least 4 points to 6 points of where I want to get the hair in, sewn in. I push it. We good? Mm-hmm. Do the back. Again, same thing as always.
Really? Yeah. Although we were on rain, the spirit starts at 8:53 p.m. For the second last scene.
Good? Okay, and then this is where you're gonna see where my
Back around, sorry.
my thread is short compared to normal. So here, I'm gonna go back right where I started. I'm gonna do the same thing as I did before. I'm gonna anchor it in. I'm gonna do just the same thing I've been doing, which is pull it back through. In this case, I need to pull it under because I know that it needs to go under. And then when I get here, I'm gonna do like you would anytime you're sewing. You're just gonna keep going through, bring it out, and go through that little part. So I would do this multiple times and just keep going through that same little part right there, so that you're knotting over and over again. Once you're done, you cut. You don't even have to worry about this because you do it like this. That is sewn in. To install the bow, I shouldn't have put this on already. I could have took it off. Well, here, I'll just do another one to show you. So if you notice, that's the initial hair tie for the bow, and I attach this one. So this is how I attached it. You take it, you pull it, and you just pull it through like that. Okay, so you only want to do one of those though. Then I put it in the front. I usually say, Harper, hold bow. Harper holds the bow. Bring it all the way around, and you're gonna loop through one end. And then we're gonna loop through the other end. And it goes right there. I am very particular, so I like to pin the bow usually. So if your bow allows you to go through the center knot and pin, you pin underneath and attach it to this part of the hair. You can also pin the bow on the tails here to add additional support. And then you can stick random hairpins within the hairpiece, especially once you get into that level 3, 4, 5 tumbling, you want to make sure that it's extra pinned. But even in our level 2 with our fly springs and hand springs, we want to make sure that it's good. And you're just going to stick lots and lots of hairpins in there for added security. But each one, as always, you say, are you okay? Is this good? Especially with the hairpins, because we can take those out easy and replace them. Then to remove, you would normally take out the hairpins, or sometimes not. I'm sure Harper's
Do you
has
want me to
tons
do
of
the
them.
check?
Hmm?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yes, and then Harper always does a check. It's funny because that actually matches your hair. It's so funny. And then you would just go ahead to detach. You first need to take off the bow. So we're gonna go backwards. We're gonna take that bow out. It's a great thing about fabric bows is they're very easy. Put that someplace secure. And then remember how we talked about this lovely ribbon or string being a different color? This is why. You see how easy I can see that? But you didn't see it with the bow on. And you're just gonna do snips. Snips. Make sure you're not cutting your athlete's hair or the hairpiece. Just keep doing that until it's nice and loose. This one's gonna be very easy snips because I didn't do a million.
I've never done it before, and I can never do it again.
And then you just take that out. You pull from the front, back. Don't forget to unpin. And then you can take the rest of this out. Really easy. So, and I've done Harper's hairpiece for years. And has it ever fallen out? Not one time. Not one single time.